Today we are going to read 3 pro-revenge stories off of Reddit. This is story number 1, entitled "Kid Ruins My Middle School." Includes r/pro-revenge stories. Hey, all Redditor there. Yeah, hey, no, what? Gang, what? You read the title? Yeah. It has a pro cast HS me and K entitled Kid Part 1, 7th grade. I just staring on my dad making a proto of my game, and she loves reading. Oh, she. After I see my notebook and trash, a A7 notebook, my favorite notebook size, I just thinking what happened. So I just got bored, so I just making more notes. Eventually started reading my stuff. This is what happened. Oh, entitled kid. Entitled kid read note. HS gave my notebook. I give my notebook. Entitled kid, no. HS is my property, not yours. After that, I put my notebook in my pocket. It worked. I just wrote and put it in my pocket. Part 2, 8th grade. So when I enter 8th grade is just a nightmare. I'm the youngest kid in 8th grade. I bullied a lot, so what I do just self-defense. I think they meant I'm bullied a lot. Okay, but it was so hard with guys older than me. They were just so powerful. Then she used my property for herself. I found on my notebook some days some sort of writing, like erase that part and put like something more entitled kid like. So I do more than she didn't like it. I was happy to beat her after lots of fights and lots of reading. She actually tore my yeah, I don't know how to say that word. I had something with number notebook, so I will not tear them. And I would not want to tear them. After that, I got my new, the word I guess it was just GENDA. And after that incident, we might just do this one story, or I don't know. We might just, or 3, I don't know. That incident, I had enough, so I napped her arm and twisted. It was good enough. After COVID hit, I saw her again. I'm kind of sad about it because I learned more fighting moves. Part 3 of Revenge. So after the dang thing, I put her into a game called Ahma's Revenge. So I put her as the main event because why not? If somebody says what the game looks like, just play Sonic Mega Max V4.op, I recommend. Thanks for reading. And okay, I quickly trapped the HR1. Now the game is 3D and SRB2 mod and called it HA2. That's kind of good pro revenge. But we're not just going to do pro revenge. Next story. This is a r/nuclear revenge story called "My Boss Suspended Me for His Negligence." So I ruined his life. For a little context, I work at a vape shop, which is already in a rough space due to regardless and laws the government is putting on us. Due to this, we were well aware that certain products we sourced with May were highly illegal and enforceable at any time. I, 25, male, have been working at my job for a little over a year and a half. The owner of the company is the one who hired me, and she was the biggest sweetheart in the world. Unfortunately, she was forced out of her company by her son. He's the type of person who believes that he is always right, and if you don't agree with him, he will completely ignore you or fire you. He literally forced his mom into retirement by threatening to unalive himself and continues to use that card every time. She even says she wants to come visit. Last winter, we had a massive snowstorm. Getting to work was rough. This P.S. Taking a break from the story. This kid sounds like a dick. Just saying. But anyways, back to drinking to work was rough, but we were told that we had to come in anyways. We got there and the snow isn't plowed from the parking lot because he didn't want to pay the guy to do it. So we had to. Due to the lot being obviously massive, we couldn't get it all done in time for us to help customers as they came and went. We noticed the snow being patted down into the ground and unnecessarily turning into a slip and slide. Of course, he didn't do anything about it and asked me and other coworkers to clear all the garbage out on the other side of the building. When I did, I slipped and hurt myself. I didn't file for workers' comp, but told them I need to rest myself while at work. For the next shift, I set almost the entire shift, and because I didn't do anything, I sat on my phone, only to get up to help customers. The next day, my manager tells me he got out of a meeting with the owner's son, and I was suspended for a week, 5 shifts. As I'm a college student and rent an apartment and have car payments, I couldn't afford to lose 5 days of pay. I marched into his office and laid it out that either he fires me so I could collect unemployment or unsuspended me. He told me neither was happening, but he was going to use me as an example to the rest of the employees. I was pissed and cussed him out. He didn't look confident, so he shortened my suspension to get me out of the office. He then threatened me poorly and me out for everything everyone else also does. But I was the only one being punished. Then comes the fact that he wanted to recoil by forcing me to do handyman work around the place and then give me the tools, equipment, or training to do or use any of these objectives. This was the tipping point for me for revenge due to being constantly single S. No. I'm gonna say the letters SINGLED. Singled. I wanna say that? Say singled out. I came to learn that everyone else was unhappy with the fact that I learned all the dirty little secrets about the company, including illegal products, labor tax violations, etc. I use these secrets that I learned to call multiple government associates, hit FDA, OSHA, DOL, and report him by name. First, OSHA came and did an inspection on my call on my day off. He told everyone they only cited him for a small violation, and he was good. Other than that, I was angry at that, but a few weeks later, I got a package in the mail telling me he got cited for everything, and he was getting massive fines. When I get a call into the office again with the manager, told me I was suspended. He proceeded to tell my manager that he was getting demoted for not writing me up more, and that I was no longer getting my raise until I fixed my attitude. This, of course, is right after he said, "I don't care that you called OSHA." This little act is known as reduction, which is illegal to do to people who call a protected agency like OSHA. He refused to even look at me at this point because if he did anything that would imply he was punishing me for calling OSHA, I would have a lawsuit to destroy him. Now today, another day. Oh, for me, I got a text from my coworker at 11 a.m. That message was, FDA is here, the manager quit, and it's crazy. FDA and IRS came rolling in full force in black trucks / SUVs. They came in and raided the place. Some of the SEIZ in all illegal products and all the paperwork prohibiting to the business. They're still very like this, so hopefully there will be more to come. But knowing how much this works out in most cases, I won't have a job much longer and be unemployed. TLDR. My boss punished me for hurting myself at work, so I called a bunch of government agencies on him. And probably got all his businesses up down. Update number one, but ATF also showed up there. All the house-made juices. We apparently didn't have the manufacturing license. None of us knew this, and that means we may no longer be able to sell products. The IRS showed up because there probably are calls for an investigation into tax evasion. As I learn more, I will continue to update. Update number 2, it seems as though talks with lawyers, the son decided to actually take the part for all of it and is going to pay massive fines. And it's possible to get a job time. He likely won't even be able to get a manufacturing license for the rest of his life. And I said that he won't be allowed to open any new businesses. I knew he had 2 new locations running out. And the process of opening those are never going to happen now. But Rainy has out of business this day, and that's going to be interesting. However, he doesn't. But if he doesn't have the paperwork for that business, it could only do much more jail time. So as of right now, even though my job isn't shutting down yet, his other businesses is getting raided. He can't open the 2 locations that he's put a shit ton of money and time into. He's going to be fined all his worth and possibility go to jail. We'll continue to update. And that's almost, yeah. r/petty revenge. Or not. Yeah. Ruin my ready to propose. I ruin your proposal for an account. I'm 35 male. I'm a younger brother, Todd, not 29 male, who had a. Just kidding, I'm not gonna read that part. I'll come back.